5 properties. I also worked for a construction company for the last 15 years prior to going into real estate. My family's in construction. Feel like that's just kind of the natural progression about where I'm going next, is combining my love for homes and real estate with my background in construction. I'm a numbers person. I like to look at numbers forwards and backwards and turn them upside down. I go at things from 4 different angles, and then I kind of find this common ground, and then I know I'm kind of in the right place. I don't like to just assume that the first thing I see is the right answer. Whether I'm working with a buyer or a seller, I try to look at both sides, and I try to even encourage my buyers to think about what may be going through the seller's head, or if I have a seller, what position the buyer may be in, because we want to make it a win-win for anybody. I communicate with my clients that are ongoing at least once a week. I make it a point to, even if it's, hey, what's up? I want to make sure that they know that I'm thinking about them and that I care about what's going on in their lives, because that's important to me too. I don't really have any clients that aren't friends. They may not have started out that way, but they end up that way. I would say that I see all kinds of realms within the other agents that I work with. I'll see a response pretty much immediately. And I'll also see where there's no follow-up whatsoever. So I tend to be the one that's reaching out more than the agent on the other side. It's really important to communicate quickly, because houses are going on and off the market in a really rapid speed. And we're seeing homes go on and off in 1 to 2 days. So you need to know about the property early, you need to see the property early, you need to communicate with the agent that you have an offer coming in. If you're on the buyer side, because the selling agent needs to know that they might have multiple parties interested. That's how they're going to get a higher price for their property. I've been on the sell side of that. I make sure that I reach out to everybody. Hey, you showed my property. If you're interested, we have offers. It's important that I do the best for my client, whether it's on the buy or the sell side, so it's important that you communicate. If there's no communication, then nobody knows that you're interested. Just my office alone has 150 agents. So I have all of those people that I can draw from with years and years worth of experience, and I promise you, if it's a scenario, it's been had in our office. I provide everything for my clients from the beginning of the transaction to the end of the transaction. Flat fee services generally are only on the sell side. They're going to put a for sale sign in the front yard, and they're going to offer you the service of MLS. So your home will be posted in MLS, and then there'll again be a for sale sign out front. That's pretty much the extent of the service that they provide. There isn't really a difference. Flat fee is where you pay a fee to get it listed in MLS. Full for sale by owner is the exact same thing, other than you're not listed in MLS because you have a for sale sign just that says for sale by owner in the front yard. Other than that, a flat fee listing service is for sale by owner. The owner is negotiating the deal, the service is not. There's a lot of reloads that come into the area, so get marketed to all of that. I personally do a lot of local marketing. I really bank on that. I do a lot of marketing on social media for my clients. I reach out to not only the agents that are high producing in the area that have active buyers, but I also try to reach out to the buyers that are not currently working with an agent. A lot of buyers really like to look independently, and they really like to figure out what it is that they want to purchase. And so hosting open houses on your listings, reaching out organically to a lot of different people on Facebook, on Instagram, on YouTube, a lot of different social media avenues, and I just blast it out there for everybody to see. Right? It's really important that all buyers have representation. Regardless of the type of representation that you're getting on the buyer side, generally the fee of that is being paid for by the seller. So why you would want to go in unrepresented, I'm not sure, but a lot of people kind of have the misunderstanding that they're maybe going to get a better deal, or they're going to get a better price, or that they just don't need representation, especially when they're going into a new home community. But it's important to know that the agent that works in that new home community works for the seller. They don't work for you. Having a buyer's agent represent you, then you have your best interest represented throughout the transaction. It's important to have somebody who knows the building process and understands construction and understands contracts, because it's a different type of contract that you're going under. The builder's interest is to get the home sold, period, as quick as possible. And the buyer's needs and wants and requirements are not considered when it comes to closing dates, when it comes to the product that they're supposed to be getting. They're not always getting the product that they actually signed for. So it's really important that you have somebody that understands your contract, understands your reason for wanting to be there, your time frame. There's so many variables and so many moving parts, especially on the building side. I mean, coming from a construction background, I really feel like I have a good bit of a niche with doing new construction. So not only do I understand the contract side, but I know the financial side and I understand construction. I don't want to be the person that's in your face about real estate. I want people to work with me because they want to work with me and not because I've harassed them to work with me. I personally feel like I'm going to provide them the best service, whether it's on the buy side or the sell side.